basically, I need to ask you a bunch of questions, okay? Very important that I ask you these questions. You don't need to know the reason, just very important that I ask you these questions, okay? Let's start nice and easy. What's your name? Oh, very nice. That's a very beautiful name. Do you like your name? Do you also think it's beautiful? Nice. Would you want to have a different name? And if so, which one? Okay. Now, when is your birthday? And do you write it day, month, and year? Or do you write month, day, and year? Okay, nice. And that would make you how old exactly? Perfect. And where are you from? Okay, what country? Yes. What city? Okay, what street? What number? No, just kidding. No, we need to be that specific. Where would you like to live? It doesn't have to be a specific city, just a type of sort of vibe. Like, for example, a city with a lively atmosphere, maybe a nice light nightlife, or maybe a small but cozy village with a lot of nature, away from everything, very peaceful. What would you prefer? Very nice, very nice, very nice. I think I'd like a nice mix of both. The examples that I give, a nice atmosphere, but also, I'd like to have a bit of peace from time to time as well. Now we're gonna move on to a bunch of favorite things. What's your favorite color? Okay, nice. Mine, I would say, I like purple, I like blue. There's a bunch of colors that I really like. What about your favorite animal? Yes, favorite wild animal. And we can also do favorite pet animal that you can keep at home, Nice, 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 nice. Favorite food? Oh, nice, nice, nice. Would you say that is a bit of your guilty pleasure food? And speaking of, do you have any guilty pleasure snack rather than like a proper food? For me, I love cookies. There's times where I need to have so many cookies and I have to stop, but it's just a guilty pleasure for me. Continuing on, favorite drink? Okay, very interesting, very interesting. And what about your favorite dessert, since we're doing a whole meal here? For me, it's gotta be ice cream. I don't know what it is about ice cream, but I eat them like a maniac. I have to stop as well, but yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's my favorite dessert, and it's maybe too much. In the summer it's great, but in winter maybe I should stop a bit. Speaking of summer, winter, what's your favorite season of the year? I love summer, not only for the ice creams, but I think it's very nice to be warm weather, you can go to the beach, you can go to the lake. If you don't have a beach, you can go anywhere. I think it's really nice. What about you? Nice to hear, nice to hear. The other seasons look fantastic as well, though. Now, what's your favorite cartoon, anime, show like that? Animated show or not animated, we can do everything, doesn't matter. For me, I think it's gotta be One Piece, let's be honest here. Give it a watch if you haven't. I'm not gonna insist it too much though. What about your favorite music genre and artist as well? Very, very interesting. What about your favorite video game now? Favorite video game? Is there any video game that you're like, oh, I haven't played that one in a while, but maybe I should replay it. I really liked it. Maybe it's your favorite video game. What do you think? Very, very nice. Hey, never too late to play a good game again. Now we're getting into different types of questions, okay? So, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? There's a lot of powers that people choose. Obviously, don't choose something like omnipotence or something that's like, oh yeah, I can do anything. That's a really cool power, obviously, but that's a bit, we want the one power specifically. So you have invisibility, flying, teleportation, people like heat, vision, stuff like that. I think for me it's gotta be teleportation. I feel like it's kind of like flying, but like you kind of, I just teleport from here in the air to here in the air. I don't get the same sensation of like flying, but I think it's not for me. Also, I can be wherever I want, which I think is great as well. So what would you pick? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Honestly, good answer. How many languages do you speak? And can you name them for me? That's a good amount. Is there any other language that you'd maybe like to learn? And if so, what is stopping you from learning it? There's so many resources online now that you can speak languages, that you can learn languages in. What do I speak? I speak, as of now, I speak Spanish, English. You can count Catalan language. Technically it's a language spoken mainly in Barcelona and Catalonia area of Spain. And I speak a little bit of German as well. Let me know if you want to hear me speaking German in the future. But it's a bit broken, to be honest. Speaking of languages, would you rather be able to speak every language in the world? Or would you rather be able to talk to animals? I think that's a really interesting question because, it depends, right? I assume that the animals are like intelligent, They're not like a cat is not just going food. He's going like, oh, hello human, give me food, and you can like actually have a conversation with them. And okay, if you said animals, right? Which animal would you think would say the funniest things? Which animal would just be like cracking jokes, all that good stuff? And who would be the angriest animal? I think it's gotta be the tiny chihuahua, the one that you're like, oh, he's very small, but he's just like screaming at you, like, get out of my way, get out, I'm angry, all that stuff, I just feel like they would definitely give that vibe. Okay, next question. Would you rather live in space or under the sea? Obviously, assuming that you can live in both without like, dying because you're in space or you're under the sea. Yeah, for me, I think they're both a little bit scary, but I think I'll choose space. I think it's really cool. Also, I have a fear of the sea. I don't want to live underwater. It's not for me. Alright, next question is what happened to your finger? Oh wait, that's my finger, the one that's hurt. So let me tell you a story, okay? Thank you for asking clearly. I was very, very heroically climbing up a tree to save a kitten from it. Obviously, right? When suddenly a lightning struck the tree, but with my massive brain, I used my finger to conduct the electricity of the lightning and throw it away and save the kitten. Yeah, of course. That's totally what happened, right? Anyways, let's move on. Okay, that's totally what happened. Let's move on. What would you do if you won the lottery? Yeah, I think saving it is the most obvious choice, right? Obviously, making sure that you can live the rest of your life with this money because it's life-changing money usually, right? Yeah, giving some to family. I think family is really important to give back to your family, Yeah, and obviously have a bit of fun as well, if you want to travel a bit, everything, but just make sure you don't spend all of it at one go and then you have no money anymore. That would suck. What's your favorite sound? Or maybe ASMR trigger? What is it? Is it tapping? Is it scratching? Is it, I don't know, caressing something? What is it? Is it speaking? Is it a specific language maybe? What is it? There's so many triggers. What do you think is your favorite one? The one that you hear and you're like, ooh, this one's really giving me tingles everywhere. Yeah. Oh, that's a good trigger, That's a really good trigger. Maybe I should try it out as well. Bit of a random question next. Would you rather have toes instead of fingers or fingers instead of toes? Okay, very interesting answer. If you met an alien, what is the first first word that you would teach it? Would it be hello? Would it be food? Would it be its own name? Maybe it's a swear word. Hopefully not. What is the first word you would teach an alien? Very nice, very nice, very nice. If you had a pet dragon, what would you name it? Would you name it something powerful? Like, I can't think of a name. Like, I don't know, fire beast. I can't think of a name. Or would you name it something more like a common name, like a Reginald? Or would you name it something like, I don't know, like Lettuce? I think it'd be a fun dragon name. Just call him Lettuce, or a silly name like that. Okay, and now what is your favorite Pokemon? I know it's really hard to pick just one, but if you had to pick just one, what is your favorite Pokemon? Nice, nice, nice. Speaking of, who wins in a fight? One of each Pokemon, or a billion lions? A age-old question, you know. Who wins in a fight? One of every Pokemon, or a billion lions? Very, very tough one, you know. Because Pokemon, you know, they can shoot fire, they can fly, all that stuff. But like, a lion ladder, come on. Lion fire truck, come on. Hey, very, very tough choice, I'm telling you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Who went? One of each Pokemon. All these dragons, all these fire type attacks, all these ice, all these things that they can do. Or a lion fire truck. Lion fire hydrant. Lion staircase. Who knows? Hey. Lion cannonball. Hey. Careful, I'm not saying anything. But lion tank. Who knows? Anyways, would you rather have a tail or have horns? Have a tail or have horns? A tail or horns? Honestly, I don't know what to answer for this one, so I'll let you do the answering. Would you rather have a tail or horns? Okay, next up, what emoji do you use the most? And I mean, it has to be an actual emoji, okay? You cannot put two dots in a line. It has to be an actual emoji. I think for me it has to be just a normal smiley. And probably also the laughing one. I don't know, maybe a heart, honestly. Probably kind of basic, to be honest, but it is what it is. What about you? What do you think? Is there anything that's out there? The skull emoji, maybe? Maybe thumbs up. What do you think? Very interesting. Go check and let me know, okay? See if you were right. Okay. So, the next question is, what do you think you're going to do after you're done with this video? Are you going to go into the next one? Maybe do something else? Maybe sleep? What do you think? Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. And you're going to follow through with that, or are you going to change your mind? Because I'm definitely someone who says, oh yeah, I'll definitely, go to sleep after this video, or something. And then I watch 3 more, It is what it is. The algorithm, and it just knows what I like, what I'd be interested in. I'm like, you know what? 1 more, and then I'm like, oh. And in the morning, I regret it for sure. So, if you're gonna go sleep, hey, go sleep, please, okay? And I think that's all the questions I have for you today. If you made it this far, please give this video a like. And if you enjoyed the video and want more questions or more anything, please subscribe and feel free to check out my other videos, okay? And let me know whatever you want to see next in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever time it is, okay? Well, once again, thank you so much. Bye bye. I'll see you hopefully in the next one.